bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Getting dividends, or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been the proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm throwing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spin like a tire, but down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Stiff corpse. You see a flag in the bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back! Ah!
It's okay, I'm right here with you.
You good? Most High in Christ, clap it up. Man, shalom. This is Isupk Chcago coming at you once again with the Brotherhood class. Of course, I'm preaching officer 1,000 Karyash, holding it down. Preaching officer 5,000 yard Don. They couldn't make it today. Joining with me is officer 15 Natazayev, Ban Yashakar, man, and his mighty son, man, Anashwan. Shout out to these brothers for coming out, going down the class with us tonight, man. As always, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We are at 9909 West Roosevelt Road in Westchester, Illinois. For anyone that has questions about the identity and what it means to truly serve God, this is the place where you want to find yourself at. Today we're going to be going over brotherhood, sisterhood, and what it means to be a brother, man. Because right now in the world is a very crucial time. It's something that everyone needs to understand, especially if you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American. You see Donald Trump's turning up the heat on Black and Hispanics, man. He finding any reason. He just deported a 2-year-old baby. Like, you can't make this up yet. This man deported a 2-year-old baby, I think, to Honduras. You can't break this up, man. Like, if you can't see nowadays the hatred that white people have for you, I don't know what it's going to take. You know what I'm saying? All the killing, all the murder, all the deportation, all the hatred and discrimination that's coming towards our people, it's just not right. So what is that telling us? That we have to show love for one another. The Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, we have to show love towards one another. Right. And that's what it's going to come down to. Go ahead, Nanash. Give me that first scripture if you could.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12.
Go ahead.
There's a way which seemeth right unto man.
There's what?
There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
There's a way that seems right unto a man. What is this talking about right here? There's a way that seems right to a man. Getting high seems right to you. Why? Because everybody you know got high. The rappers get high. Your favorite movie stars get high. It's in the movies. It's Cheech and Chong. It's, it's The Hangover. It's everybody getting high all the time. All you rappers talk about popping pills, popping mollies, this and that. Now we were just talking about before class. Now niggas is doing gas and whippets. Like, you can't make this up. There's cats in the hood that still sniff paint. You know what I mean? Am I right or wrong? There's a way that seems right unto a man. But what does it say about these ways, Anashwan?
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
But the what?
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
But the end thereof is the ways of death. Even though getting high seems right to you, that's going to cause you to die. Even though you sleeping with your brother's wife seems right to you because she's just so beautiful. There's a billion other women out here in the world, but you got to have mine. That's going to lead you to death. Because guess what? One day he's going to find you in bed with his woman. He's going to reach in his closet and pull out something, and you're not going to make it to see tomorrow. You know what I mean? Sleep with your brother's wife, it seems right to you. Why? Because the rappers talk about it. It's all in the movies. How many movies you see? How many gangster movies you've seen where they Scarface, the biggest gangster movie of all time. What was his whole going purpose? That damn woman. He stole him from what's his name? Not Sosa. That Jewish cat from Frank. He stole what was her name? Elvira, whatever her name was. Stole that disgusting dog. She didn't even like him. She did not even like him one bit. She got married when she was a slut. Man was coked out of his mind. Finally admitted it. Man, she can't even give me a seed. Her womb's so polluted. You just realized that, Tony? But that's every black and Hispanic. Look at Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? There's a way that seems right to some man. Selling drugs to your people seems right to you. It seems right. You're getting the money. You're coming up on the block. You're getting protection. You seem like it's right. Till the feds come knocking your door. Till your rivals come shoot up your crib. It all seems right to you, man. But those are the ways of death. And that's why brotherhood and sisterhood is so important, because that can prevent death. Brotherhood and sisterhood, as we say in the Isupk, brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is protection. Brotherhood is meaning I'm not going to let them mess with you. You don't let them mess with me. Brotherhood is I'm not going to sleep with your wife. You don't sleep with mine. I'm not going to steal from you. You don't steal from me. That's right. Imagine if that was implemented in every community in the Black Hispanic community. Imagine if that were implemented in Little Village, in Humble Park, on the east side, the west side, 79th Street, 87th and Cottage. Imagine the change that would happen overnight. But because you got these rappers leading the people, but because you got all these false prophets and religious leaders in the damn Christian church. Christian church, they just had Easter Sunday. How many people you think were sitting in there with their suits and their money? And the whole time the pastor is messing with all their wives. The whole time the pastor is looking which one of their children he can molest. And this is reality. How many drug dealers are sitting up in that pulpit and they got the audacity to talk about, love and loving God? They don't know how to love God. And we're going to go over that too. If you don't love your brother, which is a Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, then you don't love God. That's the real biggest thing. And if Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans knew that, our life would change overnight. If we knew Jesus Christ was a Black man that loved Blacks and Hispanics and he died for us, we wouldn't be gunning down Black and Hispanics like he was going out of business. That's right. Read it one more time from the top of Nashwan. Let the people hear.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12. There's a way which seemeth right unto a man.
There's a way that seems right unto a man. The way the world tells you to live, it seems right to you. It seems like something, it seems right because it's propaganda. It's made popular in the media. It's in Hollywood. This seems like the way to live. It seems right to go sleep with whores. Why not? Everybody else sleeping with whores. We got to be different. Why? Go ahead.
There's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
But the ways thereof are the ways of death. You go sleep with a whore, brother, you might end up with some AIDS. Might end up with some HIV in you. Might end up dying like Easy. You know what I mean? And you don't want that. You may think getting high is all fine and dandy. Let me tell you, brother, they put some in the weed now. There's fentanyl everywhere. You over here think you just gonna get high real quick, take you a good nap, go to sleep. Brother, you might go to sleep and never wake back up. Because what they put in the weed nowadays. They might put crack in your weed. Come on, am I making this up? Is this not what they do?
It's the norm.
Come on, man. Some cats do it willingly now. They're like, yeah, put the fentanyl. I want the fent. You know what I mean? I want it in there.
Shalaki, if I may.
Go ahead, brother.
In certain areas, especially with drugs like heroin, crack, cocaine, stuff like that, it's actually it's a pattern, right? They actually prefer the drugs that have been known to kill somebody. They literally go and seek that out because they want that strongest shit. That's they in their mind, it ain't gonna get me. I'm about to have the best high of my motherfucking life. Slakia. And they literally go and seek that out. That's something that happens in our neighborhoods.
Absolutely right, man. You want to know why that is? Because Blacks and Hispanics, we don't know better. We know what they've taught us. Like we were just saying, Scarface, every gangster movie, Goodfellas, all these movies that taught us how to be gangsters and how to be criminals. Every time they're doing drugs, they stealing other brothers' women, and they promote it to us that are in the ghettos, that are in the barrios. And we're like, okay, well, for me to get to the top, I gotta burn everyone I ever met. I gotta sell all the drugs. I gotta kill anyone that disrespects me. Oh, Lord forbid, don't let a nigga step on your shoes. Oh, it's over with. You gotta split his head open. You know, the shoes was made for walking, but you know, a nigga step on your shoes, oh, you gotta split his head open. Like, come on, man, what we talking about? You in a crowded club. The brother accidentally, he said sorry, but yet next thing you know, you and your niggas are beating them to a pulp. You know what I mean? And it sounds insane when you put it into words, but that's our reality. Because there's a way that seems right unto a man. But therefore, those are the ways of death. Go ahead, if you could give me what you holding up, not to say up, because today we're talking about brotherhood.
Come, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 37.
And this is why brotherhood is so important. This part right here, and a lot of people don't even know this is in the Bible. Go ahead.
Jesus said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
Now, Christ is saying right here, man, one of the two greatest commandments. You got to remember this. The law, Christ said to these people, the law hinges on two of the greatest commandments. And that's the first one is what?
Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
You got to love the Lord thy God with all thy mind. When it talks about your heart in the Bible, it's talking about your mind. This is where your heart's actually at. Your heart, not your actual organ that pumps blood. That's all it does is pump blood. But all your mind thinks, everything you feel, it's all right here in your brain. So you got everything you do in life, you got to do it for the Lord. You got to live for the Lord. You got to think like the Lord. You got to do everything he does and wants. You got to want to do his will. So guess what? God doesn't want you getting high. So guess what? High will kill you. He doesn't want you to have sex with a slut. Because guess what? That slut can kill you. You know what I mean? He don't want you to sleep with your brother's wife. Why? It's going to damage your brother and he's going to want to kill you. But because we live in a society where it's promoted, and you can't turn on the damn radio, man, without hearing, I'm going to F your wife. I'm going to say I stole this girl. Like, I never understood that. Why do you want my girl? There's 10,000 other women out here that don't got a man, but you want mine. You know what I mean? That's because it's been promoted in our mind. Well, if he ain't treating her right, you know, he ain't doing nothing with that. Brother, why are you worried about that? Why are you worried about that, man? There's 10,000 other fine girls over here, but you want mine? That's a demon on us. That's a demon on a lot of Black and Hispanic men. You know, I'd be outside with cats, you know, that I work with. They see a fine woman. I'm like, me in my right, you know, in my right mind, and she walking with a man. I'm not even looking at that. Man, he don't even know what to do with that, man. You see, if she was my woman, I'd be this. You know what I say? But it ain't your woman. Right. You know what I mean? It ain't your woman. And that's how we got to think. We got to retrain ourselves, man. To what? To love the Lord thy God with all our heart, all our mind. Go ahead.
And with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
And all thy soul, all thy mind. What is that talking about? You got to live for the Lord, man. Here in America, it teaches you to be selfish. It teaches you to live for yourself. What makes you happy? But you know, me having to sacrifice, that doesn't make me happy. You know, I made women out here. A lot of women's ability, you know, I make women wish they could have a family, that wish they can birth children. And there's women out here that can birth children, that can have families, and don't want to do it. Why? Because they're selfish and only think about themselves. Your whole life, your whole existence here, us as beings, is to procreate and have babies. And you don't even want to do that. You got men out here that have babies and don't even see them, and disregard them because they got some problem with their baby mom or whatever. Don't even think about their children. They deadbeats. You know what I mean? That's an actuality. But because of the conditions within, because of the curses that we face here in America, we don't know no better, man. That's why you got to retrain your mind. You got to retrain yourself to think brotherhood. And that's what these classes are all about. You get in the Isupk, we live brotherhood. We breathe brotherhood. Man, we do it so well, we try not to offend a brother. You know what I mean? And then after everything we say, man, it's like, my bad, brother. Oh, man, my bad, brother. You might have to pass me that. Yo, if you could, brother, you mind showing me that real quick? You know, because we just try our best to breathe brotherly to one another. You want to know why? Because outside the world, we thought there was places that showed us brotherhood that showed us none. Right. How many gangs were we in? You know what I mean? We got brothers from all walks of life that were in gangs, that were in fraternities, that everybody thought was their brother. And then guess what? They stole from you. Some of them even robbed you. Am I making this up or not? Some of them slept with your woman. I'll never forget. I used to hear all types of stories from brothers in the hood, man. You know, they'd be at parties and everything. And, you know, if the cats like your woman, man, ain't no love, or the homies can't get none. Like, man, this is my woman. What you mean? Well, you know, you gotta share it, man. What you mean I gotta share it? And if you ain't sharing, you getting whooped on, and they gonna do what they want anyway. Am I making this up? But this is the way America has taught us. We've been beaten down, man, to where this is viewed as normal, but it's not. We're traumatized to believe this is normal. And now even we speak against it, it's like, what? You don't want to get high? You don't smoke weed? No, I don't. I'm sorry, brother. I don't. You don't want to take pills? No, I don't. You don't want to sleep? You don't want to run a train on this hope? I do not.
Right.
I live different. I think different.
Right.
And that's what you got to do. Everybody loves talking about God, loves talking about church, loves talking about living for God, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. Why? Because they don't love the Lord with a heart, mind, and soul. Keep going if you could.
Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment. 39. And the second is like unto it.
Now he says this is the second commandment. And it's very like unto it, meaning it's very similar. Meaning what? What I'm about to tell you right here, God also loves this. For you to love and to think like the Lord, for you to think like the Lord with all your heart, mind, and soul, you have to do what I'm about to tell you, which is what?
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt what?
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
As a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, who's your only neighbors? Is it you know, Paul and them over there? I don't know. Give me a white person's name. Thomas. I don't know. You know, is it them over there? Is it the Polacks? Is it the Greeks? No. There's another Black and Hispanic. It's the Puerto Ricans. I know the Mexicans hate to hear that. They don't want to love a Puerto Rican, but you're going to have to love the Puerto Ricans. You're going to have to love the Guatemalans. You're going to have to love the Venezuelans.
Right.
I know they don't want to hear that one, but you're going to have to love them. Those are your brothers. You got to love thy neighbor as you love thyself. We just read it out the Bible. For you to think like the Lord, for you that will have to want to follow him and love him with all thy mind, heart, and soul, you got to love your brother as well, man. Meaning what? You can't say I love God and still get high. You can't say you love God and still selling your people drugs. You can't say you love God and you're a gang member shooting at your own brother every day. Right. You looking at his brother. Y'all went to the same high school, took the same bus, take the same train. Right. But then when you see him 10 years later, now you shooting him up and down the block. He literally lives a block over. But because he's a block over, he's your enemy now. That's a slave mentality, man. That's what our oppressors taught us. But God said this. You got to love that brother as you love yourself. Meaning what? If I love myself, well, I'm not going to steal from myself. I wouldn't want to sleep with my woman, so I'm not going to sleep with his woman.
Right.
That's so fun. That, man, brother, you know how revolutionary that is to put that in the minds of Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans? But the Catholic Church ain't doing it. The Christian Church ain't doing it. The Muslims ain't doing it. They've been around for centuries here in America. And what they done? Just take the people's money. Take the people's money. Went and bought Rolls Royces and Rolexes and everything else. The nasty gator shoes with the ugly suits, looking like Penguin from the show. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like idiots, man. And what they do for the Black Hispanic community? Nothing. But up in here in the Isupk, man, we show our love through food drives, clothing drives, you know, mental health counseling. We got so many different programs in here, and we fund it ourselves.
Right.
The government ain't helping us. We wish. But they ain't cutting us no check. You want to know why? Because we niggas and spicks trying to make a difference, man.
Right.
We're trying to get Black people off of drugs. You know how dangerous that is? We're trying to get Blacks and Hispanics to stop killing each other. You know how dangerous that is?
Right.
We're trying to get Blacks and Hispanics to learn how to love each other once again. And that is a dangerous thing to America. So they're not going to fund this. We got to fund this. That's why we pay our tithes. Every time you hear a brother say pay your tithes, it's because it's to help fund what we got going on in there.
Right.
But you so selfish at home, think, well, I got paid tithes, but you ain't had no problem paying tithes at Pastor Pork Chop's church. While he over here running game on your wife, you ain't have no problem paying him money. But because Commander Gianna actually doing something with your money and you can see it, now you got a problem with it because it's just a bunch of niggas or just a bunch of spicks. You know what I mean? Any more on that?
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 40. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
On these two what?
Commandments.
On these two commandments hang all the laws and the prophets. What is that talking about right here? Meaning on these two commandments, what the Lord is saying right here, if you follow and live by these ways, the rest of the law is going to be easy. Because what? The law hinges on what? Serving the Lord and loving your brother. There's so many scriptures in the Bible that refer to brotherhood you don't even know. For example, the law of thou should not be a thief. Imagine if we all knew we shouldn't steal. Thou should not steal. That's damn near, that's in the Ten Commandments. Damn near every Christian knows it. Why does no one live it? They don't know the actual meaning of it. They don't know the purpose of it. The purpose of all that for us to not do it to each other. Now, don't get me wrong, don't do it to no heathen. But the purpose of it is for us to not destroy each other. Right. So much of law hinges on brotherhood. So if we do it to each other, meaning if you could do it to your own family, there's going to be nothing to do it to outsiders. You know what I'm saying? Right. Any more on that?
Nah, sir.
Drop that. Someone, if they could, give me the book of 1 John 4 and 20. The book of 1 John 4 and 20. If anyone got questions as well, you can put them in the comment section down below. Nash one will get to you.
I got that for you, sir.
You got 1 John 4 and 20?
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother.
If a man say what?
I love God, and hateth his brother.
Go ahead.
He is a liar.
So if a man says, I love God, but hate his brother, he's a liar. Why is the Lord saying that? Think about what we just read. He's saying for you to love him, you got to love your brother as well. So for you to say, I love God, but then you hate the gangster disciples. You hate the black disciples. You hate the land kings. You hate the SDs. You hate the niggas over there because they from 79th and you from 87. You hate the brothers over here because they from 26 or they from 22nd. I don't know what y'all niggas keeping over nowadays. You don't even know. You know what I mean? But because you hate another black and Hispanic, because he's from this block and you from that block, you can't say you love God.
Right.
You can't. Because how are you going to say you love God? Just keep reading it. It gets into it.
Come. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen.
Meaning, how can you not love your brother? And you see him every day. Like we were just saying, you went to school with these cats. You take the bus with them. You ride the train. You grew up your whole life with some of these people that you hate so badly. Go ahead.
How can he love God, whom he hath not seen?
Meaning, if you can't love your brother that you go to work with every day, that you grew up with, how are you going to be able to love God and you've never seen the Lord? You see God every day when you see another black and Hispanic man. And what do you choose to do? You choose to mean mug him. You choose to have beef with him. You choose if he steps on your shoes, you're going to fade him. For what? You know what I mean? For what? Because you don't know no better. You don't know you're supposed to love that black and Hispanic man. You want to know why? Because no one has showed you love, and no one has shown him love. So you got to show brotherhood, man. You got to rise above than what they taught you, man. I know it's easier said than done, but it's something you got to do. You got to unwash your mind with all that hate that they gave you for one another. That's love. Love is learning how to bring each other together, even though the world wants you to hate one another. Keep going if you could, brother.
Come, verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God, love his brother also.
Hold on, read that again. He what?
He who loveth God, love his brother also.
Meaning, how can you love God, but you don't love your brother? Meaning, the Lord is saying this. With this commandment, if you love God, you have to love your brother. Meaning what? You can't steal from your brother. You can't sell drugs to his mother. You can't look to his woman in any type of lustful way. That's the love we got to have for one another. Let me tell you something. You're not going to find it in the church. I'm telling you right now. The church has been what? Sleeping with your kids forever. You know how many child molesters they send up there protecting the Christian church because they wear a damn cross around their neck and put damn $20 in the collection plate. No one's going to talk about it. And here we're going to do more than talk about it. You're not going to walk out of here. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm going to have to do a bid for some of these brothers' kids. You're going to have to kill me because that is not happening up in here.
Right.
Up in the ISUPK, you're not touching our kids. Up in the ISUPK, we really love our brothers. So guess what? You're not going to hurt our kids. You're not going to sleep with our wives. And guess what? We're not going to sleep with yours. You can bring the baddest broad you want in here, brother. If that's your woman, we're not even going to look at her. She's ugly to us. Oh, that's his woman? Yeah. That's all she getting. Shalom, sis. How you doing? What's going on, brother? She gonna think she's invisible. Right. But we're not even gonna address her. We're gonna talk to you all day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his woman. You Well, I mean, you leave $100 right here. You drop $100, ain't no one gonna put their foot on it. And, oh yeah, brother, where your money at? No, hey brother, you dropped your $100 right there. It's on the floor. Yeah, grab it for you real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna hand it to you. Boom. I'm making up things. It happens all the time. But because we learn how to be brothers. The world don't know how to be brothers, man. The Muslims don't know how to be brothers. The Christians don't know how to be brothers. You want to know why? Because the Christians are in church gossiping about each other, talking about all the hate. Oh, did you hear about Maria's son? He got this one girl pregnant. He did this. Oh, did you hear about Anthony's son? He's a drug addict. Instead of getting these cats to help, you want to sit there and talk and yap all day, which is also against the Bible. You know what I mean? To have what, loose lips? That's in the Bible, ain't it? To be up here gossiping, talk about each other all day, but that all your mother does when she goes to church every day. You think your mother's going to church to talk about Jesus? She don't give a damn about Jesus. She going in there to gossip, going in there to yap all goddamn day, run her damn mouth just like she does at home. That's a goddamn problem. That's why your father ain't in the damn house, because that's all she did was run her goddamn mouth.
Right.
Ain't no one told her to shut up.
Right.
That's what you got to realize, man. Brotherhood and sisterhood, man. That's what's going to bring you the kingdom of heaven. You can't say you love God if you don't know how to be a brother. You don't know how to have mercy. So many cats out here. We got some strong brothers out here. A lot of blacks and Hispanics, man. A lot of y'all had to be strong growing up. That don't mean you got to knock every brother's head off. You know, just because he stepped on your shoes, just because he looked at you too long. You know how many fights I've seen? Why that cat looking at me? It looked like he just waiting for the bus. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Why he looking at me like that? I don't know what to tell you, man. Why don't you ask? Nah, I'm gonna go over there and say something. Okay, brother, go ahead. You got it. You know what I mean? But that's our reality. We're like caged animals. Caged animals like a rabid dog. When you throw him in a cage and he's just in there barking, growling, and first thing he see, he lunges at. That's us. That's because we've been so broken down, so brainwashed. We don't know how to be domestic. We don't know how to love our own. We'll just attack and kill everything, including ourselves. Bite your own tail, run around till it falls off. Am I telling you anything you don't know? Let's drop that. Let me get wrong one from here. Give me John 13 and 34.
Okay.
We got to realize what you going to read in the New Testament is Christ died to teach blacks and Hispanics brotherhood. Christ said this, I am not sent but unto the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Who are the lost 12 tribes? They are what you call the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans here today in America. You know, we got the history to prove it. We got the archaeology. We got it all if you don't believe us. So look up the 12 Tribes lecture hosted by Cam Kataza, an amazing breakdown of who all these 12 tribes are. But Christ taught that we had to be brothers to each other, man, because during the time of Christ, we learned how to hate each other. We was under the persecution of the Romans and the Greeks and everybody else that wanted a piece of Jerusalem. So we didn't know how to be brothers to one another. You know, the Mexicans hated it just like it is nowadays. Mexicans got a problem with the blacks. Blacks got a problem with the Salvadorans. Salvadorans got a problem with the Dominicans. Dominicans got a problem with the Haitians, and so on and so forth. And that's a learned behavior. You think the Arabs out there in the Middle East really got a problem with each other like that? No, they selling business amongst themselves. The Chinese and the Japanese, all of them, they got differences, but they settle that business amongst themselves. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're the only ones that want to hate your brothers and see them dead. Like, you don't believe me? Go call a Mexican a Puerto Rican. Go call Puerto Rican a Mexican. Watch how offended they get. Go call a Salvadorian a Mexican. You gonna get cussed out. I'm telling you right now. Because we got so much hatred for one another because of what they taught us. They taught us to hate our brother. But Christ taught us to love our brother, man. He taught us there's no greater gift than loving your brother. There's no greater gift than for a man to lay down his life for his brother. And that's what Christ did. That's right. If you could, brother, give me the scriptures so they can believe you.
Okay. This is the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you.
Go ahead.
That ye love one another.
So Christ was speaking to his disciples right here. He said, there's another commandment I have for you. You got to love one another. And let me tell you like this. Is it love if I sell you drugs? Of course not. It's crazy I even have to say this. But we don't know no better. Is it love if I sleep with your woman? Of course not. Is it love if I choose to sleep with your kids? No. So why do we do it? Because all this is learned behavior, man. Because guess what? Somebody slept with your father's woman And now he's hurt. So guess what? He's sleeping with everybody's woman. And what is he going to tell you? Sleep with everyone's woman. Don't matter if she's married. Don't matter if she's young, old, whatever, brother. Go ahead. Go seek your out of it. He ain't going to teach you, man, wait. Try to learn what this woman's about before you end up putting a baby with her. And now you stuck with some crazy broad for 18 years. You know what I mean? This is the reality because we don't know better. We weren't taught better because we're all living a traumatized survival. You ever heard that we're in survival mode? Blacks and Hispanics, we've been in survival mode for 500 years. Right. You want to know why? Because the majority of us have been molested. The majority of us have been in shootouts. A majority of us have witnessed murders since the age of 3 years old. You know how many brothers watch a long life childhood friends die in front of them? Now, am I telling you something you don't know? Watch their family members die in front of them. Right. And now you wondering why they so bloodlust. Now you wondering why they like this. Because we're traumatized, man. But Christ came to heal, man. Christ came to taught you what true love is. And he said, what? Love is what? Read it again if you could.
Come. That ye love one another as I have loved you.
As I have loved you. Christ came to be a perfect example for us. Christ came, you got to get that whole Christian dogma of Christ out your mind. See, they told you Christ was some holy being that could do no wrong. No, Christ was a man just like us. He suffered the same temptation. He suffered the devil came onto him. Satan himself came onto him and said, man, if you believe in the Lord, go ahead, throw yourself off this rock. That was a temptation right there. That's that same temptation that tells you to put a blunt in your mouth. That's that same temptation that tells you to go sleep with this whore. That's what Christ had to face. Right. And Christ faced it to show you can do it too. Right. So he's saying, love each other as I loved you. What did Christ do, man? He healed the sick. He clothed the need. He clothed the need, fed the hungry. So what are you to do? See, the Christian church, they want you going there. Everything's supposed to be about you. You know, you're supposed to be rich. You're supposed to be the most handsomest, most richest, most amazing person. That's not what it's about. Serving God ain't about you. It's about your people, man. That's right. That's why Christ did so many acts towards the people. He didn't just sit there and focus on one person. He gave so much to everyone else. He fed 5,000 people. Because the whole point of doing this work is working for the people, man, because the people need it. What good is me being rich if everyone else is poor? If all my brothers are poor? You know what I mean? I ain't gonna eat if he ain't eating. Right. You know what I mean? That's why Christ said it. Love each other as I have loved you. The same way I clothed you, the same way I fed you, do that to each other. The same way I did not do evil things to you, don't do evil things towards each other. It's so fundamental, it's so basic, but we don't know why, because all we know is to do bad towards each other. Right. It's in the movies, it's in the songs, it's everywhere, it's in the books. You know what I mean? Like how much propaganda there is for us to do evil is in the world. You know what I mean? Like they taught us our whole life is the only way to get rich is by being a drug dealer. You know, bro, you could go to college. You know that, right? You could go to college at any age, bro. It's never too late. But we never think you could go join a trade, work some hours. If that's your thing, brother, you can make money with it. Am I right or wrong? Right. You go start a business, brother. But because the white man wants to keep you under, he's gonna teach you, man. Yeah, the only way you could get rich, selling crack, selling drugs, killing each other. That's the only way you can get rich. When it don't gotta be like that, man. You can change your life. Go ahead.
Slaki, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
You know, it's something so heavy about what you're bringing out. Mm-hmm. You know, as Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and I'm speaking as a so-called Hispanic myself, there's something just totally wrong about how we're mentally conditioned to believe that that's normal. Because what you're saying is, this is our go-to. We naturally go to wanting to do these crimes, wanting to be a drug dealer, wanting to be a gangbanger, to gain power. This is what we're rewarded as. We're told, hey, this is how you become strong. This is how you become wealthy. This is how you become renowned and gain status in this world. Right. And we don't even think past that point. Mm-hmm. When I was in the world, there was no thought about a career. There was no thought about trade school. There was no thought about college or anything else that was legit and good and legal to do. It was automatically from day one, I got to go out there and sell some weed. I got to sell some coke. I got to gangbang. I got to be aggressive and get gangster with, with my brothers to earn some type of respect and status in the world. And the fact of the matter is we've been brainwashed. That's nothing but farther than the truth. That's how we are continually destroyed. It's a continual cycle of destruction from father to son to mother to daughter. Right. And we continue to perpetuate this. And when is it going to stop?
Damn right. It's going to stop today, man.
That's right.
It's been stopping since 1969. We just got to be able to open our eyes and open our ears, man. Well, the brother Natsaziyub is speaking. He's speaking 100% facts. We've been brainwashed in this society to think there's only one way out. I think there's only one way to survive, but there's a whole nother way to survive. There's a whole nother way to live. Remember what we just read in the beginning. There's a way that seems right unto a man, but those ways are the ways of death. So what does that tell you? If what seems right to the world is causing people to die, then we need to find a way to live. Remember what the Bible says. The scriptures say this: the way to death is abroad, it's wide, it's opened up, it's everywhere. It's easy to die. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
You, like we were just saying, the world wants you to die. It wants you to set you up to failure. But the way to life, the way to eternal life, man, it's a straight, narrow path. It's a hard life. You got to sacrifice if you want to live. That's just like anything. You want to make money, you have to sacrifice. You are the same. Scam money don't make money. You got to put money down to get you some money. You want to be a tradesman, you have to put some money up for some tools. You're going to have to put some money up from some classes. You want to go on a business, you have to put some money down for some grants, for some LLCs. You're going to have to move around. Right. And it's the same when it comes to serving the Lord. You want to gain life, you want to gain power, you want to gain honor, you got to learn to be humble. You got to learn to sacrifice. You got to say, you know what? My whole life, I've been taught to be a drug dealer, but I'm not going to do it.
That's right.
My whole life, I've been taught to sleep with whores. Any woman that looks at me, I should take it down.
Right.
But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sleep with a woman unless I know I want to be with her for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I know I'm not going to do this crime. I'm not going to do that. You want to know why? Because I have to fight. That's what life is all about. That's why the scriptures say what? This is the condition of the battle. Right. It's a battle every day you wake up, sun up to sundown. All the trauma you have to face, all the depression you dealt with, brother, we got to fight it. That's the love that Christ gave unto us. You got to remember, when Christ didn't want to die. Christ did. That is scary, brothers. I don't care if you Christ or not. It's a scary thing. And then to be killed by the Romans, to be killed by your worst enemies, they not only killed Christ, they lashed him, they stripped him down, they embarrassed him in front of all the Roman soldiers, and then guess what they did? They nailed him to the cross, let him up there to bleed for hours. You know, I mean, that's excruciating, agonizing pain. Remember, Christ wept, man. Christ told the Lord, man, you could take this away from me. Please do. He said there was no other way. So guess what? Christ laid down his life for us, man. He laid down his life for some drug dealers that didn't deserve it. Right. He laid down his life for a bunch of sex addicts that ain't deserve it. You know what I mean? So then what does that tell us? We got to be worthy of it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's why we do the things we do. That's why you got to be willing to sacrifice, because you don't deserve mercy. So you got to make yourself worthy of it. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of the Bible, is making yourself worthy of it. Because none of us deserve it. Like the scriptures say, I hate saying it because the Christians kill it to death. But we're all falling short of the glory of God. You know what I mean? We all done horrible things in our life. But that doesn't mean you should continue doing horrible things. That means you should change. You know what I mean? That means you should put the blood down. You know what I mean? Not keep getting high like, man, we all fall short of the glory, man. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Boy, yeah, something you want to say, bro?
And if I may, for the Christians that are feeling offended, rightfully so, because there's a reason why we're pointing it out. Because the Christians allow you to fall victim and accept that victim mind state. They say, you know what, we all fall short, so let's continue to be weak.
That's the point.
In Isupk, we say, yeah, we fall short, but now let's fight to be perfect. Jehoshua did it. There's a path forward. This is it.
Absolutely, man. Give that brother a hand, man. The brother not to bring out, it's so heavy.
If I may.
Any more on that? You go ahead.
Come. I was going to say there is.
Go ahead.
Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples.
Oh, that's heavy. That's heavy. You want to know why the Isupk is so villainized? Or we look at like we're crazy because we're actually Christ's disciples. You know what I mean? You go look at the Christian church. I was just telling my woman this the other day. You go look at the Christian church, the Catholic church. What difference do you see in them? You see drug dealers go in, you see drug dealers come out. Right. You see child molesters go in, you see child molesters come out. You see whores go in, you see whores come out. How am I going to know you're Christ's disciple? What difference do y'all do? Well, every Sunday y'all put you on your best clothes and go out and sing for an hour and then come back home and come back eating shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. That's not showing me you're Christ's disciples. You know what Christ's disciples look like? They all the ex-gang members in here that stopped gangbang.
Right.
They all the ex-drug dealers in here that stopped selling drugs. And
right.
I look at brothers in here, I could tell they was a force to be reckoned with in the world. I said, I'm glad you're with us. You know what I mean? Like my partners are, I'm glad my partners are with us. You know, shout out Officer Papadaza. That nigga was in the streets. I ain't gonna go into that, but he was out there. I'm glad he with us.
Right.
That brother changed his life. These are cats that would have took your head off for looking at them the wrong way. But now we changed our life, man. We only take it, we only moving if we get told to move. We're soldiers now. We only do something. We have to do something. We don't act off emotions. We act off discipline. You know what I mean? And that's how you know we're Christ's disciples.
Right.
It's the same way they was with Christ. Peter was ready to take the whole head off the Roman. He cut the ear off the Roman to show, man, I will kill you. You try to touch Christ.
Right.
What Christ said, man, you ain't even got to do that. Stand down.
Right.
That's the same man we got in here, man. I'm telling you about it. You should have seen us. We was at Hebrew Academy. A bunch of cops showed up. The brothers, damn instructors, was ready to throw down with the police officers. Brother Captain Kyle told us, stand down. And that's the love we had. We stood down. You get what I'm saying? That's the discipline. That's the love that comes with being a true disciple of Christ. When you're a faith disciple, man, you're going to keep getting high. You're going to keep selling drugs. You're going to keep doing everything he's telling you not to do. Any more on that?
Live, sir.
Let's drop that. Let me get John 15 and 12. And then Nashwan, hold for me the last scripture is going to be, yeah, I want to end it at. Give me a Nashwan. I want you to give me Zephaniah 2 and 1. So hold that one. That's going to be the last one. When you got it.
I got it, sir.
Got it? Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12.
Go ahead.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another.
Now remember, this is all love. Now you got to remember this. Love in the Bible is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Love ain't just a feeling. You see, love is an action word. You see, the Christians going to get you confused with love. Oh, I just feel love. I just feel this. Man, who gives a damn what you feel? What are you doing? I could tell my son every day, I love you, son. I love you, son. And after I get to whooping his butt, do I love him? I could tell my son every day, I love you. And then feed him rocks every day. Do I love him? I could tell my son I love you, then pass him a blunt. Do I love him? No, I'm giving him something to kill him. You know what I mean? Love isn't about saying, it isn't a feeling, it's about what you do. You people in marriages should know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want to pick up your wife from work, but you love her. You're gonna go pick her up. You know what I mean? You don't want to have to sit there and listen to her stories and listen to everything that happened at work. But guess what? You gonna sit there, you're gonna listen and damn, baby, really? She did that? That's crazy. Damn, really? You just said crazy, damn, that's crazy about 20 times. She's still going, yeah. And then she did this. Damn, really? That's crazy. True story, huh? You get what I'm saying? But because that's love. You know what I mean? Love ain't just a feeling. Love ain't just sex. Love is an action. That's what it is. I can't say I love this brother and then steal $20 from him. That's what Christ is saying here. He said, what? Go ahead.
Love that ye love one another as I have loved you.
You gotta love each other like Christ loved us. Christ didn't do these evil things to us. He taught us. Christ taught us how to live better. So you gotta do better. Keep going.
13. Greater love hath no man than this.
Christ saying right here, greater love have no man than this. Meaning there's no better love than this. Go ahead.
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
You gotta be willing to lay down your life for your friends, man. Meaning what? You gotta be willing to live for your brothers. Not only die for them, but live for them as well. I want to live for my brothers every day. That's why I teach class.
That's right.
That's why he holds guard. That's why this brother comes to Sabbath service. That's why this brother, whenever he gets a chance, he donates to the school. That's why this brother comes, cleans the school. You want to know why? Because this is a man laying down his life for his friends. And not only that, Christ laid down his life for us. There is no better love than that. Than a man willing to die for one another. I'll give you another example. The brothers at camp. Brothers go to camp every Saturday, prepared to die, ready to die on this. Abba Bivens died at camp, got beat to death by a bunch of Muslims. You want to know why? Because he was telling them they should not follow the Muslims because the Muslims ain't going to do nothing but steal your goddamn money. And because of that, they put him to death, man. So the brothers that go to camp every day, they laying down their life. And guess what? Guess what they get told? Go get a job. We tell you to live your life, show you the same love Christ showed you. And they get told, man, go get a job. Y'all look funny. Y'all Power Rangers. Y'all got dusty boots. Y'all this, y'all that. All this nonsense, man. When these brothers are just showing you that same love that Christ showed you, man. Ain't more on that.
If I may,
go ahead, brother.
It's so heavy what you're bringing out, sir, because unfortunately, the world, they're not blessed to have this. This is like we speaking in tongues right now. They don't understand what we're talking about because they friends tell them, "Hey, smoke this blunt with me."
Right.
Hey, let's go take his female from him.
Right.
Let's go jump one of our brothers who live on the next block than that. That's the friends that's the people that you call friends.
Right.
The people that we call friends will die for us for a righteous reason.
Real talk.
They will sacrifice their Saturdays, Sundays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they time away from family, their resources, and everything else that we do in the Isupk. That is a friend.
Come on, man. This brother bringing out is extremely heavy, man. You want to know why? Right now, you robbing somebody else with that brother. Right now, you sleeping with somebody else's wife with that brother. How long till he sleeps with your wife?
Right.
How long till he robs you? You know what I mean? Like the cat ain't gonna stop at him. Soon there ain't gonna be nobody else to rob on that block. Soon there ain't gonna be nobody else's wife to sleep with. He slept with everybody's wife. But guess what? When you go to work, he gonna be looking at your wife. Oh yeah, I just came over here to see if John was home. John works. Nigga. You know this man works at 9 to 5. You know him since you was in 3rd grade. You coming over there to try to get something from his wife. I'm gonna tell you something you don't know. This is life as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American. But because we don't know love, this is what happens. Any more on that?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
You hear that? Everybody think Christ is some soft little pansy Care Bear. Christ said, man, if y'all love me, you're going to do what the hell I tell you to do.
Right.
That's what he just said. You're going to do what I command you to do. I told you to do this, get it done. Plain and simple.
Right.
That's why the Bible said Christ is an austere man. He's a strong man. He wasn't sitting there like, you know what, y'all just love each other, get along. He said, man, y'all love me? Do what I tell you to do. Don't sleep with each other's wife. That's gross. Don't do that. Don't get high. That makes you weak. Makes you a pussy. Why you want to put sticks in your mouth? That's gay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Putting wood in your mouth. Ain't that what they call it? And bring me the wood. You put wood in your mouth. You gay.
Right.
Come on, brother. Like, what am I talking? Who we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Christ over here teaching you something. He telling you, man, you love me? Do what I tell you. Say what I'm telling you. That's what Christ said right here. You love me? Don't tell me you love me. How many times you heard brothers say that? Don't tell me you love me. Show me.
Right.
That's what Christ saying right now. Don't tell me you love me. You know how many people, the scriptures say that. So many people say with their lips that they love God. I'm paraphrasing. They love the Lord. But the actions are far from it. It's just like anything. If I got a woman and I tell the baby I love you, I'm whooping her ass every day. Part of my friends. Does that mean I love her? I'm beating the brains out of her every damn day I can. That don't mean I love her. If I'm prostituting her, does that mean I love her? Right. No. Because I would protect her. I'd heal her. I'd have her go do something good for me then instead of damaging her. You know what I'm saying? But because I think that's the way to go, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
And that's the ways of death, bro.
That's
You
right.
see the cycle of it? These are the ways of death. There's a way that seems right to a man. Those are the ways of death. Any more on that?
Live, sir.
Drop that notch one. Let me get that last scripture, brother, and we're going to end it with this. And this is the message every Black and Hispanic to realize what time we are in and what it's going to take for us to get to the kingdom. Give me Zephaniah 2:1, if you don't mind.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Gather yourselves together.
He said, what?
Gather yourselves together.
It's going to take Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans to come together once again. And not only come together, because we come together all the time at church, in gangs, you know, and damn Greek fraternities that we ain't got nothing to do in. Our cats over here slapping each other with a damn paddle in the ass, looking like buffoons, stepping, you know, looking like idiots. You know, that ain't what God talking about. He talking about you got to gather yourselves together in righteousness. You got to gather yourselves together with a purpose. In the Isupk, we're gathering ourselves together with a purpose. We out here every day making it our life mission to fix Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
Boy, keep reading if you could, brother.
Gather together, O nation not desired.
Gather together, O nation not desired. Who's not desired? The Salvadorians right now ain't desired. Guatemalans, the Dominicans, the people from Honduras, all these people are undesired. They being deported every day. Black people being shot in the streets to this day. The Native Americans still being pushed onto reservations and being fed with drugs and alcoholism, and our women being the most missing women in all the United States.
Right.
We're the nation undesired. So what Christ saying, what the Lord saying, you got to come together, man. You got to come together and do everything Christ has told you to do, which is love one another. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, there's no more revolutionary act you can do than loving one another. Keep going, Nashua.
Before the decree, bring forth before the day pass.
For the what?
Before the day pass.
What day is that? Go ahead.
As the chaff before the fierce anger of the Lord.
It's the day of the Lord, the day where he's going to let his anger reign upon the earth. Everybody knows about the end of days and the end times. Well, it's coming soon. You see, World War III is ramping up. Shout out to the War Report. We was reporting on it last week. The Russians are teaming up with the North Koreans. They knee deep into Ukraine. They about to take out the Ukraine. And then guess what? Move on to Poland. They about to Iran and everyone about to try to team up to take on Taiwan. You want to know why? Because Taiwan makes one of the only chips for drones and cellular devices. It's made in Taiwan. So when all this is happening to the earth, the economy's crashing in the United States, everything is going on to show you what? The decree is about to pass forth. The day of the Lord is about to come. So what does that tell you, man? Judgment Day is soon. So what do you have to do as a Black, Latino, and Native American? You got to join together and learn to love each other once again as prophesied in the Bible. And the Isupk under commanding General Yohana will teach you how to do it. With that, I'm Precinct Officer 1000, Karyash, joined me today. Of course, shout out to the brother Officer 50, not the Zahub, Banyash Kar, excellent brother, man. And of course, Officer Anashwan, man. Appreciate y'all. With that, that's our time. Shalom.